Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from OEC. I'm really excited for this one. Hope you guys are too. This is Coolship Lager. OEC is one of the coolest breweries I've ever visited, out of Oxford, Connecticut, right? It's really a shame they only visited that brewery once. Just busy with work and just never really got time to visit more than once. But they're doing really cool stuff, and I'm glad they're hopefully still relevant to you guys. Anyway, this is Coolship Lager. This is their Czech style blonde lager. So I don't know if it's like their take on pills. Coolship and open fermented. So Coolship is generally associated with Belgian Goose, but you can traditionally beer was coolshipped, all of it, right? Like that's the way before heat exchangers, you can actually just put wort in a thin pan, large, right? Like a large tub, a thin, large tub where you can have surface air, cool it down, pitch your yeast, and then this is also open fermented. So you guys know what fermentation vessels look like. They can be very tall, cylindrical, a lot of pressure on the yeast, all that weight of all that wort / beer. Open fermentation, just let that thing do its thing. Sierra Nevada does it with a lot of, I think, some of their beers, right? Allows the yeast to sort of interact differently when you don't have all that pressure on top of the yeast, right? So what do they talk about this? Double decoction. Man, these are words. Like, we're giving, this is not only a beer review. I'm giving you all lessons. It's double decoction. The decoction is a process where you mash, as in you have grains and hot water. And instead of generally home brewer, and a lot of breweries just use single fusion, you just hit temperature, what, like 155, 152, just hit it, and just let it sit, and that's where you get the enzymes, blah, blah, and you know, that's how you get your wort going. Decoction, you're actually taking some of that wort, boiling it, add it back in, boiling it, add it back in. And so this was traditionally done because it was just easier. Now it's like possible to actually heat a vessel worth like thousands of gallons of wort. Back in the day, that wasn't efficient. So you actually just boil a small volume, add it to something, and you know, that's how you get something hot. Yeah, imagine trying to not like boil like pasta. You guys know, like if you try to like boil like 2-3 quarts of water on the stove, it takes forever. But like imagine like gallons upon gallons. Well, it's easier to sort of heat something up to its temperature at smaller volumes and keep adding it. So copper cattle, okay. Noble hops, copper coolship. Copper is a great conductive metal, so you get to transfer heat very well, cool it down. Open tanks, Czech lager yeast, lagered for several months. Something a lot of breweries don't do. I mean, they can push out beers, obviously lager probably for what, 6-8 weeks, but I don't know what several means for them. But I think like famously like Czech Botter goes for, which we call it here, like here we call it Czech Botter, but over there it's like Budweiser, like Budvar, which is like a state, which I from what I understand it's like a state-owned brewery, like the Czech Republic, the country of like Pilsner Quell. Budvar or Budweiser or Czech Botter, whatever you want to call it, stays in the tank for like 3 months, 6 months for like a simple like 4.2, 4.4 beer. What is that, like a 10 or 12 Plato beer? Yeah, just like lager it forever. So interesting. Let's dig into this guy. 5.2%. So not that big, you know. It's within the range, but definitely bigger than Pilsner Quell. This is at 4.4. So let's see this guy. Beer is actually not that dark. I associate a little bit of darkness with the style, I guess, with decoction and more maybe like a hint of like crystal malt. I think this is actually the secret. This beer doesn't come that dark. I've noticed that the American examples of Czech lager just don't have the darkness. It's actually a really nice kind of like light to medium golden hue. It's unfiltered though, clearly. Like it is hazy. Like there's like a light to medium minus haze to this guy. Like it clearly is not filtered. So really nice, fluffy white head. Oh yeah, smells nice. I get like just that rich Pilsner note. Yeah, it's just like bready. It's got like this light like black tea note, grainy, a little bit of husk going on. I'm thinking of like Melba toast, artisanal bread, sweetness. There's a sugar bready sweetness. Maybe not like quite like Wonder Bread, but it's like maybe like brioche. Yeah, brioche bun. Yeah, that's a good one. Just like a little bit of like hoppiness going on here, but like it's the richness of like just, I assume they're using like Czech Moravian Pilsner malt, maybe. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Definitely the Czech realm, yeah. So why are we in Czech? In Czech Republic or Czech style? It's a rounded beer, very soft. German Pils is just sharp. It's sometimes almost flinty, they call it, whatever. That's not even a good word. I don't know what flinty means. I probably have some clue, but that's what I like to describe this. I'd like to describe German Pils as sharper. There's a cutting element to the beer where the crispness of the water, the hops, the malt, the crispness of the water and the hops sort of shine. The bitterness is perceivable. It is glassy, like it's transparent, like it's bitter, like you see it. Here it's like all muddled, like with the soft water. The bitterness is integrated, it's lingering. I get a nice floral element as I wait, where it's like jasmine, green tea, lavender. I taste a little bit of like, maybe they're going for it. I didn't smell that as well, but there's like, there's something going on. Something for like, there's a little bit of fermentation character here. Not a little, sorry, it's noticeable. So with lager, it's noticeable. Oh yeah, I mean, just taste the water. There's a nice aqueous quality to the beer. That's something I noticed with the really well-made Czech style Pilsners. It has a little bit of that kind of like, just like barley tea flavor to it. Oh, it's tasty. It's got a nice kind of like complexity of like bitterness up front, combined with like crunchy, grainy malts. I get like a lingering kind of doughy and like white bready sweetness in the middle. There's almost like this like corny sweetness, like as if like it was adjuncted, but obviously it's not. More kind of complexity of sweetness. The bitterness is very tame. It probably sits around where Pilsner quells bitterness, or maybe under, but it's like a lingering, right? Like it unlike the sharpness of German Pils, it's one that like hits up front and just creeps on the palate. It's like it's like a spiciness that sort of just hits up front and just like lingers as a base tone versus sharpness of like acidity, or like, you know, when you eat something where it shines its flavor very clearly. This one is one that sort of like is integrated into the beer and just like sits around. It's so rounded, and the flavor is just like, there are not many like peaks on its flavor roller coaster. Like I always like try to think of beer as like a roller coaster ride and review beer as a roller coaster ride. It doesn't have many like peaks and valleys. It just has like a lot of stuff going on, but just like all the way through. So it's just like it also like reminds me of like sort of like when you play music and whatever that thing it's called, like that with the peaks and valleys. Like it's got, for a Pilsner, like moderate plus intensity, but it's like all the way through, versus like Pilsner can sort of like hit bitterness and like, you know, have sharp tones to it. It just sort of just like rides at medium plus intensity all the way through. It's so drinkable. Oh, dangerous stuff. I mean, forget about it. This is like a dangerous fridge beer. Don't even mess around with it. Buy a bunch of these, throw in your fridge, and you're gonna be like, they're gonna disappear on you, because like it's so crushable. At 5.2 too, it's actually like a full ABV, almost higher than like some other Pilsners, specifically Pilsner Quell 4.4. So be careful with this guy. It's pretty much butt heavy, right? 5.2, 5%, whatever, but it's so drinkable, so tasty, so much flavor integrated into it. This is one of the best Pilsners I've had all year. So where's that guy? Why do I do this to myself? I do a nice long talk, and then I just have like, I don't even know what's in there. Well, I was supposed to go to work, but I have no clue. Let's go with a ding 96. Sure, 96. 96, that is OEC's Coolship Lager. Let me know what you guys think. That's one of the best lagers I've had all year. One of the best Pilsners I've had. So let me know what you think. what are your favorite Pilsners of the year, or Pilsners or lagers of the year? I definitely enjoyed this one, and things are great. So hard to beat. It's going to be hard to beat, but we'll see. Cheers later.